23 after 9 o'clock. Welcome back. This is News and Views with me, Julie Ali, on Salam Media. We're now going to be talking to, I hope I'm not wrong when I say, to the new kid on the block. He is Christopher Claassen. He has just formed a new party. It is the Spectrum National Party, and their slogan reads, Restoring Government Back to the People. Christopher Claassen, a very good morning to you. Welcome to the program.
Good morning to you, Julie, and good morning to all the viewers and the listeners out there. Thank you very much for Solar Media for the opportunity.
Uh, would I be correct in thinking you are the new kid on the block, and why?
We are not new anymore. We are just young. We are now just celebrating our 4th year anniversary.
Okay, okay, and many, 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 many happy returns. May you live for a long, long time to make a meaningful change to our country.
Absolutely. Thank you, Julie. You know what? I don't want to waste my time on politics. I came to a point in my life where I think and I feel that I can be the Moses who can take the people what do you call it, oppression, and take them to the promised land where there's milk and honey. We are tired and we are sick and tired, Julie. And I think listeners and our viewers out there, we came to a point now where we had enough of politics now. We don't even know who to vote for anymore because we are so tired.
Absolutely,
And I think this is the
absolutely.
time that we are here now, and we started this party to bring the change and to change your life. And I don't want to waste my time, to be honest with you.
Okay, we'll talk about your manifesto in a minute or two. Talk to us about who you are, Christopher Claassen. Where do you come from? And when and how did you decide that I need to join politics because I want to and I can make a difference?
Julie, I'm a chosen one. You know what? God always sent the chosen one out there to come and fix South Africa and fix this
Right,
world.
right.
It is in such a mess. Maybe you're going to be shocked where I come from and where I started a political party. I was born literally on a farm in the Overberg in the Western Cape in 1975. I'm turning 50 next year. And you know what? I understand agriculture. I understand poverty to the highest level. I don't know what it is to have electricity in my house and water in the house. I really grew up like it for 19 years. I lived between Gansbaai, a small town, just about say 30 kilometers away from where I was born. Parents got divorced when I was about 13, 14 years old. I had to raise my little brother, my little sister. 1994, I finished matric in Bredasdorp. I moved to Cape Town in 1995. I started in the security industry, worked myself up through all the promotional levels to become an area manager for the biggest security companies in the world called Group 4 and also Fidelity Security. And I eventually started my own security company, got married, got one child, I'm also a pastor. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm just a go-getter. I'm an entrepreneur. My mind is just to help people out there. It doesn't care who you are, which culture, which race you are, which gender. And you know what? And my little boy came to me when he was 7 years old. He's now 13. And he said to me, Daddy, when you're going to become the president of South Africa, then you are going to change people's lives. Why did
Oh,
my
wow.
child telling me that? 7 years old. Where did he get the information from? I'm sure it's through God. And you know what? Because I'm a go-getter, I can do anything. Nothing is impossible for me to do. And I said to speak to a few friends of mine, I said, can't we start a political party? Let us be different than other political parties. Let us be a political party who can fix the burning issues in this country. Let us be black, brown, Indian, and white, govern South Africa together. Everybody has equal rights and everybody has equal opportunities. No more BEE and no more affirmative action because we are all South African citizens. Once I shared it with them, they said, why not? And we started, and in the first year, we eventually were national. We were represented in the first year in all 9 provinces. And in 2021 elections, we contested in 6 provinces, municipalities. So fortunately, we didn't have the funds. We were supposed to contest in all 9 provinces, municipalities. But you know what? When you're a young party, in a new party, you don't have always the funds to take you to the next level. And today we are here, and I'm very proud to say that I haven't got time to waste my time. And Spectrum National Party with our capable leaders, we are here to change your lives. Otherwise, I'm wasting my time as a human being. And the way I came into this earth, I will leave earth and have done absolutely nothing. And I want to go lay on my sick bed one day if God grants my sick bed. And I can say, I've done my bit as a pastor, as a businessman, as a political party leader to change your life. Because while we have first world country solutions for South Africa, we have fifth industrial revolutions solutions for South Africa. So we are here to tell South Africans, we are here to change your life. We have sustainable solutions to fix your life for good in all spheres, in the social spheres. So we can do it. We have the abilities. You know what? I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an inventor. So say it, I'll do it. If you tell me to
Okay, so
send a letter to Mars, I will get it there.
okay, good on you. Good on you. All right. Earlier on this morning, my first interview was with a political analyst, Professor Sipho Siepe, and we spoke about white supremacy, white capitalism. As an analyst, his feelings are very, very strong, and they run deep regarding funding of different political parties. And we do know that whoever your funders are the people that will play the tune. You are just the face of that funder. Perhaps the funder has the same ideals as you do, and they want to see change. And I don't think any party can exist without big money or a big funder helping them get the voices of the people heard, whether in parliament, local government, or, whichever sphere of government you're in. So, talk about your funders. Who are they? Are they wanting the same outcomes for the people as they want for themselves?
Julie, thank you for that very good question. No political party can really have a successful campaign without funding. We need millions of rand. I'm talking about here close to 56 million rand just to have a successful campaign, which includes our posters, our leaders' t-shirts, paying the people at the voting station on the day of elections, flyers. It is just unbelievable how much it will cost a political party to have at least up to 300 to 400 posters in one ward. And there's how many wards are there in South Africa? There are thousands of wards in South Africa. And without funding, no political party will ever survive. And we've approached one specific political funder who is funding political parties. And unfortunately, he cannot assist us with funding because he's withdrawing himself from funding political parties. And I want to tell out the funders out there, this is the best time to fund political parties now that you think who can bring the change. Because why? ANC is gone. They are gone. They are gone this year. It's the last year they're going to remain in power. And we need all funders to fund us. We are currently raising money just to contest in the elections. Cost us about 800,000 to contest in the elections. You know what? If we don't want to reach our 800,000, which means we won't be able to contest. And that is why we want to encourage businesses out there. There are thousands of businesses out there who can fund us. If you don't want to fund Spectrum, fund then the Multiparty Charter for South Africa, because Spectrum as a party is part of the 11 political parties in South Africa who's standing together, who's fighting to remove the ANC from power. If we're not going to get it right, remember, we're going to face another 5 years of struggle in this country. So it's very hard out there. Maybe there's somebody out there and say, well, Christopher Claassen, we want to fund Spectrum as a party. Julie, we came to that point. We cannot have a one-man show running political party. We cannot have a one race running the show anymore. South Africa is so diverse. Black, brown, Indian, and white. How on earth can we still run a political party where there's a black leader, his majority leaders in the executive is black. There's a brown leader, his majority is brown. You cannot have a brown party anymore. You cannot have a white party anymore. You cannot have a Christian party only anymore. You cannot have a Muslim party anymore. We are so diverse. And if you understand, as a political party leader, you need to take care of all cultural groups, all genders, all race in this country. It's the only way. Otherwise, you can't make some South African citizen fish and the others meat. This is so unfair. As a pastor, I believe in fairness. I believe right is right and wrong is wrong. And doesn't mean that I'm a pastor where I'm only catering for my black deputy president is Muslim. His name is Farid Alexander. Spectrum is the only political party who's got 4 deputy presidents, black, brown, Indian, and white. Isn't this what we need for this country? Let's move away from this one race system. It's not working. It didn't work in the prior to 1994 in the apartheid regime. It's not working now with the ANC government. So let us get to the basics. Let's get root to the problem and say, South Africa, we can fix this country. But forget about this one. We need to stand together, black, brown, Indian, and white, youth, disabled, the elderly, women, and men. We need to come together. That's why Spectrum as a party has got policies in place. We want to include everybody. It doesn't matter if you're Rastafari, whether you're gay or lesbian, you are a South African citizen. We are here to help you, whether you're Christian or Muslim or Buddhism. I don't care who you are. You want from this government to take care of you. And how we can take care of you? There's policies in place and we need to come together and talk. And we cannot do this alone. We need the funders. We need the experts to come on board because political party leaders, they don't know everything. And if they think they know everything, they make a big mistake. We need the experts out there to help us. We need to have departments or where we have the experts taking care of, for example, marriage problems. Are there professional counsels can help us? Why are there so many divorces? We don't have, the government don't have the structure in place who can assist these people. So Julie, we have a lot of hard work there, and people always believe, you're a small party, you're wasting your time. As long as we have the right vision for South Africa, that is what we believe in. And we believe if we're going to start working together, black, brown, Indian, white, women, men, youth, disabled, and the elderly, then we can come together and make decisions together. What is best for you? And Spectrum say, how can we serve you? Not how we want to, how can we serve you? That is the question we ask as a political party to South Africans.
The all important question is, you do know that we have lots of small little parties that have mushroomed up over the last few years, your party being one of those. Lots of promises are being made. One of the biggest issues in our country is unemployment, which leads directly, it's directly related to the unacceptable crime levels in the country. So unemployment needs to be addressed, the education needs to be addressed. Health issues are at a critical level as well. You as a small party can't do it alone. And I think the reality of our current situation in South Africa is coalitions, to form coalition governments so that you have more power. But what I worry about of these coalition, little parties getting together, is there's going to be jostling for power. So everyone's going to want to be a chief, and you're not going to have enough Indians to do the work. Your thoughts?
Okay, good. The DA came up with the initiative, and they've realized that they will never be able to win the ANC with 4 million votes. ANC standing over 10 million votes. They won't be able to do it alone. And they announced it and say, political parties out there, don't you want to come and join us? Let us stand together. Let us work together, and let us remove the ANC from power by going into a coalition. So what we're doing in about 6-7 months ago, we saw this notification. We contacted the DA offices, and we spoke to the secretary and said, we would like to be part of the Moonshot Pack. At that time, it was the Moonshot Pack, and they accepted us. And then afterwards, more parties joined, and we changed the name to the Multi-Party Charter for South Africa. Now, what is multi-party? For those who don't know the multi-party charter, we are currently standing on 11 political parties. I'm sorry, I don't have the list right in front of me, but I'll mention the names. Who are the political parties standing together? It's Spectrum National Party, it is the GA, it is Action SA, it is Freedom Fund Plus, it is UIM, it is ICDP, it's Inkatha Freedom Party, it is ICOSA, it is EPP, it is United Christian Democratic Party, and Kwetu is the other party. So we think we are 11 parties together. And what we're currently doing, for those who are still confused, and you will hear it from the horse's mouth, that is it a lie I'm talking to you now? People say coalitions will never work. It depends. Let me be honest with you, listeners out there. The multi-party charter leaders, we have the presidential groups where only the leaders of the parties is in one group, where we talk with one another. We have a communications committee, we have a technical committee, and we also have a policy committee. So what this multi-party charter is doing now, and I'm just telling you, how will it be when we get into power, when the multi-party charter wins? So number one, every week when we have a meeting, there's never the same chairperson. We chairing the meetings ourselves. In the beginning, we had the independent chairperson, Dr. William Komedi, just to make sure, you know what, politicians are like pit bulls in a cage who isn't tied up, and just one wrong mistake and then they attack one another. So what
Okay, sorry. Can I just ask you to speed it up? I do have 2 more interviews to get through to, so if you can just speed it up, because I still have 2 more very important questions I need responses to.
Right. Good. I will do that quickly. So what we're doing is every week we have a different chairperson. Nobody's in charge of the multi-party charter. And should we win, we have not made the decision yet who's going to be the president of South Africa should the multi-party charter wins. But you don't need to worry whoever is going to be, because that person will still be controlled by the multi-party charter of the other political parties. So no party is in charge. We don't fight with one another. We don't throw chairs at one another. We don't raise our voices to one another. And what we are currently doing is that there's respect. Do we disagree with one another? Absolutely. And when there's a disagreement, we at least come to an agreement afterwards. And I think that works for the multi-party charter. And if you're not going to vote for one of the parties in the multi-party charters, just remember, face another 5 years of struggle and pain.
However, I need to raise one or two very serious issues as far as the DA and other smaller parties are concerned. We've been told about the disparities in the governance in the Western Cape. You have the areas where the rich are being serviced to the point where you're getting semigration on the rise to the Western Cape because of the DA's delivery. But that is to the more affluent areas. And as far as the working class and the poor are concerned, there's a huge divide. There's
Mm,
absolutely no service
mm,
delivery.
mm,
Crime levels are through the roof.
mm,
The police SAPs don't even service
mm,
those communities.
mm,
The ambulances refuse to
mm,
go into those
mm,
communities. So, is this not a situation of the DA being a party for the rich and they're not interested in the poor working class people? Is that going to get them the vote? And in the process, are you then not going to lose credibility? Question number one. Question number two, we see the genocide unfolding in Gaza. There are few, well, the ANC has supported the people of Palestine outright. The DA would not take a stance. They would not put out a statement suggesting or condemning the acts of Israel, suggesting that they are clearly white supremacists standing behind the Zionists. So
mm.
these are a few issues we need to contend with, and they are serious issues. They are
Yeah.
issues because Palestine stood with us in the dark days of apartheid. Mandela has said that South Africa will never be free if the Palestinians are not free.
Mm,
And here, the smaller parties like yourself get into bed with the DA. Are you
mm,
then going to get the votes
mm,
that you so,
mm,
that you want to convince the public that you are
mm,
with the Palestinian people, you are with the poor, you're going to improve their
mm.
situation? Are we going to
Right.
buy that?
Right, good. Okay, first of all, the DA is making their own decisions for some reason. I don't know why is certain areas taken care so well, and I believe because they're paying their taxes on time, while others who cannot afford paying taxes is neglected. Poor roads, people living in zinc houses. You know what? Spectrum really is not in favor with that, and that's why I say we want to come on board and tell the DA in the Western Cape, come on, we people deserve a better lifestyle, irrespective, because you cannot compare the rich and the poor with one another, because the poor is poor. And so they cannot pay taxes. They are unemployed. But just service delivery is important. And I'm living in a complex where we take care of our own complex. And that is the way we should go in the future in. We're supposed to have our own pool here, our own tax shop. The tax shop is fund belongs to the complex. And what should happen is that the money is in there. We can employ people to clean the areas there. We can control our own crime. We can monitor our own cameras. With issues in our community, the body corporate will take care of the issues. We should switch everything over to complexes. Be independent. Stay in your own area. You don't move out. Everything is there for you. I think we must start the model that we have here is a poverty model. We must switch over to a first world country model system where people feel safe to walk. I can leave my doors open. That is the one problem we are facing in this country. So we are here. Like I say, our Spectrum Party is very modern. We're really living in the 15th industrial revolution where we look past the third world country way of doing business. So that is my concern. And that's why we are here and join the multi-party and say, we can do it. So dear, I don't know why they're doing it. I have really no idea. They got probably their reasons why. Do they feel that some people voting for other political parties and they're only going to take care of the DA supporters? You cannot do this. Once you become in charge of a municipality, you should take care of all the people in that municipality. If you become the ruling party of Africa, you should take care of all the people in South Africa, right? Going back to the Palestine and Israel, it is very shocking as a pastime just praying. I told everybody's asking me, who are we supporting? Is Spectrum supporting Palestine? Are we supporting Israel? And you know what? And because what we saw what happened with the DA, a lot of Muslim supporters moved away from the DA and they said, no, they are not going to support the DA because DA is supporting Palestine. And what I told, and they lost quite a lot of members. And at this point in
Israel.
time, Spectrum
Mm.
cannot afford to lose a lot of members at this point in time. So what we said, because we got Palestine supporters and we got Israel supporters, and we suddenly had to talk with our groups, and we could see how the teams really challenge one another, the Israel supporters and the Palestine. So we made a decision on a national level, and we said, don't let Spectrum take sides, Palestine or Israel. All we can do, we pray for peace and let each party member support the country of their choice. Otherwise, we're going to have an internal fight the whole time. So I don't want to be biased and say what is right and wrong is wrong. But the war is supposed to be stopped a long time ago. I don't know why this will continue for continue. And the problem is that it is not the political parties who's dying. It is innocent people that is dying in the countries in Gaza now. And I think that is the problem in Palestine. Why must innocent people die? Children suffer. Hospitals are bombed. Uh, this is not right, Julie, what is happening currently. It's the same thing happening in Ukraine and in Russia. Why must innocent people suffer because of political decisions or relationships went sour? Now people must suffer because of that. And we said, let us continue praying and just trust God to bring that peace and that Israel. I don't know where's the world, the world organizations who's in charge of countries. Why can't they come together and say, guys, come on,
Okay.
stop it now? What do you really want
Okay.
to achieve with it?
Christopher Claassen, that's where we're going to have to leave it. I have my next guest standing by. You are the SNP president, and you are saying that, vote for your party and you will make meaningful change. Thank you for your thoughts. Thank you for your time. God bless and good luck.
Thank you so much. God bless you. Bye bye. Good night.
9:44 News and Views wrapping up now. Our final interview is with Zane Cullen. He is a teacher at the Hartley Road Primary School in KZN. He's going to talk to us about a book that he has written in conjunction with his grade 2 pupils. So do stay with us.